And joining me right now here on, the Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios is my great friend, Edgar Thompson with the Orlando Sentinel. He is one of the most busiest men I know, so I'm going to grab him here for a minute. I know he's writing billions of articles, keeping you posted on all things Gators. My man, how you doing today?
It beats working for a living, man. I'm not going to sit here and complain. I just spent 6 days at a golf tournament. I'm writing about basketball and football. So it's not digging ditches, and there are a lot bigger problems in the world, but I am busy.
But you love golf. You love golf.
I love the media room in golf.
Oh, you do?
No slight to my Gator colleagues, but I do like those media rooms with the golf. And just being out there with the on the course, and it's just kind of my happy place. But
all right, before we get to that, I want your thoughts on the Gator basketball team. What they did over the last 2 weeks, I think they're a 1 seed. I don't care about Nashville, what happens over the next couple of days. I think they deserve to be a 1 seed, and essentially beating up Kentucky. I mean, how impressed are you with this team right now heading into March Madness?
It's a juggernaut. I mean, it's even more impressive on paper entering this tournament than last year's tournament, which the Gators rolled to the national title. I mean, 4 second-half comebacks, but still, that's going to be the big question. Who will hit those shots at the end of games like Walter Clayton did much of the time, and certainly had others hitting shots, Elijah Martin, Will Richard, Thomas Houck, who's still on the team. So that'll be the interesting question, to see if they can make it a 20-game winning streak. They're currently on an 11-game winning streak, need to win 9 more to win another natty. But winning games by an average of 23 points, it's just dominant. Now, the SEC isn't as strong as last year. Let's just be fair. Yeah. Last year's team conference, I think 14 teams went to the NCAA tournament. It won't be that. And I don't think the strength is quite there. But it's impressive anyway you cut it. The backcourt looked lost early in the season. This team was 5-4. Now, 3 of those losses were number 1 Duke, number 2 Arizona, and then UConn that I think's 6, 7. But it still didn't look good, and the 3-point shooting was abysmal. Now you got a guy like Urban Klavjar ripping it up from 3, 49% during this winning streak. Boogie Fland is leaning into his role as an elite on-ball defender and making some plays. Xavier Lee is a dynamic open court player, driver, hitting some threes himself. And then you just got a front court that'll just beat you up. I mean, Ruben Chinyelu leads the nation with 11.7 rebounds a game. Condon's playing like the guy who was a first-team All-American preseason. And Thomas Houck might be a first-team All-American the way he's playing. I mean, the kid's incredible, and he's a lottery pick at this point by all accounts. So stacked. I mean, deep, talented, confident. I wouldn't want to play the Gators.
No, and I'll just say this. That broadcast last Saturday when they're at Lexington, and that's usually in years past a house of horrors for the Gators where they lose that game. There was a point in that second half, and I know Kentucky made a kind of a comeback. On the broadcast, Dickie B was reminiscing about the 96 Wildcats team. That's how bad it got for that home team for Kentucky. That sold me on Florida. And the Arkansas game, I know you were there. Arkansas is a legit tournament team. They have a player that's going to be a lottery pick, and the Gators suffocated them in that basketball. I mean, killed them. And Calipari was dude, I've never seen this from the Gators where they're this dominant right now. I don't even have a question. I'm just telling you.
No, they are. They're steamrolling teams, steamrolling them. Mississippi State, I wasn't here for that. I was at Bay Hill Tuesday a week ago. Mississippi State was winning by, 10 points, I think, at one point? it lost 108-74. I mean, it's like, they're not fazed by anything. Now, they were fazed by Auburn. Auburn came in here and just took it to Florida. Stephen Pearl, Todd Golden go back 20 years plus to the Maccabi games, or I know I'm butchering it, but it's the Israeli Olympics basically. And Bruce Pearl was the coach. These guys are like best buddies. And Stephen Pearl took it to his friend. Now, Stephen Pearl wouldn't want a piece of Golden at this point, and no one does. But it is they ever since that game, man, they have just been on a roll, and it gave Todd some leverage with this team. Like, look, man, you guys are starting to figure it out, but you guys are a long way from where we need to get. Now they're pretty much arrived, I'm sure, where he's comfortable that this team can, overcome some lulls or maybe a off shooting night, which certainly could happen with this team given its early season struggles shooting. But when you can rebound like this team, defend like this team, which is even better than last year's team, because Walter Clayton was kind of a weak link defensively. Chinulu was not nearly the force he is now. Now, you don't have Elijah Martin just locking down guys with his physicality, but Boogie can pick your pocket, and he can get a layup or two a game just taking it from you at midcourt. So Xavier Lee is a really dynamic defender too. Kid is an athlete. He's so quick. So yeah, this team is just, it's stacked. Now, Michigan's stacked. Duke is good. And Arizona beat Florida pretty soundly. Now, here's the other rub. If they get the number 1 seed, which right now Florida should, barring like a quarterfinal loss maybe, UConn losing to Marquette last week just almost handed the Gators the number 1 seed. And Houston, though, will be a 2 seed. The South region goes to Houston. Houston could play Florida in the regional final, which, in my opinion, if Florida doesn't reach the regional final, this will be a disheartening season for the Gators, because they could win the SEC regular season and tournament titles, lose in the Sweet 16. You got to be like, God, what happened? But you get to the regional final, you're going to be playing a good team. Now, it could be Houston in Houston. It's like you're going to play a tough game in that game, but playing Houston in Houston, that didn't seem very fair.
And Houston, they want Florida. They want revenge. Look, all these headlines, they'd be fantastic. I want your thoughts, Edgar.
Mm-hmm.
What's Todd Golden like? I feel like he's underrated, even though he won a national title. Nationally, I don't think he gets the love. What's Coach Golden like when you talk to him?
Last year, when they went to San Francisco, I had set up through Todd. I was going to meet the team, him, whatever, at this restaurant, Original Joe's, up on one of those hills in San Fran, which is like an incredibly unique city for all who've been. And at the top of this hill, and it's an old school Italian restaurant, really classy place. I went in and the team's kind of like, what's this reporter doing here? But I was invited. And so I kind of just hung out with the owner. His name is John Dugan. Dad, I think his family founded the place. Guy's like 6'7", played for USF, former player. In fact, crazy. My first season covering college basketball was 1994-5 in New Mexico. John Dugan, I remembered his name. I'm like, did you play? He was on the all-tournament team my first year covering the holiday tournament of the Lobos. It's unbelievable. I remembered the name. So he was a cool dude. We hit it off. So he said Todd Golden from day one just impressed me. 33-year-old head coach of the Dons. And he goes, he was the best interview in sports already. He is incredible. His poise, confidence, intelligence, willingness to answer any question or dismiss. in a way that's friendly and not rude. He's just a dream to like cover. And accessibility is first, it's at another level. I mean, you can go over there, you can get people, you can get him. He makes time, he gets it. And he's a superstar. And people are tying him to the Kansas job if Self were to leave. He has built such a good thing here. I think they're like 43 or 4-3 on their home court. They're selling out every game. The energy around this program is incredible. The support behind the scenes is robust. And that's what you need now to be able to pay players. You need to sell tickets, pay players, and just create energy around your program. And Todd's done that. He would inherit that at Kansas, but that would surprise me, and it would gut me if he were to leave because we enjoy covering him.
He wins national titles. It's like it's still in shock, and he's got a chance to win a second one. All right, before I let you go, and look, I know we're all going to be watching Gators basketball for the next couple of weeks, which is exciting. Knock on wood. The football coach.
Hopefully the next few weeks.
Yes. Knock on wood. I'll put it that way. All right. Football. This coach they hired, it feels like he's a politician, where not only is he coaching a football team in spring ball, but he is going on every podcast he can find, every show, to make sure that he is a tough guy. He's got the program in the right direction. I've never seen this from a Gator coach, where you have to do this much selling to people that I am the man moving forward. What have you seen from Coach Sumrall?
Well, he also is in a new era. Even Billy Napier, when he came in, NIL was in its nascent stages. Billy was, I think he did his press conference like December 4th or whatever, 2021. NIL just started July 2021. So he walked in. I mean, the NIL program here wasn't really even like crystallized, formalized in any way, and created some headwinds for sure. But you have to be able to raise money, bottom line, and put together expensive rosters of $30-40 million even now. Texas A&M, and LSU, by all accounts, have $40 million rosters. Florida is lagging there. Jon Sumrall knows he needs to drum up enthusiasm and belief and willingness to fund this program. And after 4 losing seasons in 5, and the Billy Napier experience, a lot of people are reluctant to whip out their checkbooks and start, writing checks that aren't cashed. I mean, they're cashed, but there's no return on the investment, I guess is what I'm getting at, when you're losing all the time, and in embarrassing fashion under Billy Napier too often. So he is convincing people it's a new direction, a new approach, a new standard. Yesterday, Bob Stoops, Steve Spurrier are at practice. Urban Meyer's got his back. That's 5 national titles right there. 3 coaches that believe in this guy. And that's a, ringing endorsement. But he is selling the fact that I am not settling for anything less than a tough, gritty, physical football team, which the Gators have not been for a while. I don't even know if under Dan Mullen they were really that. They were good for 3 years, but did I feel like this was a hard-nosed team? I felt like it was a well-coached team offensively for sure, but it was a soft football team under Billy a lot of the time. Now, they played hard for Billy and all that, but they didn't consistently, stand up to the more physical teams in the league, like Kentucky. Jon Sumrall hired the defensive coordinator from Kentucky and one of their assistant defensive coaches. Kentucky beat Florida's tail repeatedly and under Billy Napier 3 times. Bad beatings, 1 at home, 2 on the road. And, that's Kentucky. We're not talking about Bama. We're not talking about, Georgia. I mean, Georgia laid it on Florida every year under Billy Napier. I mean, physically. So, yeah, he is selling that. I mean, he is a tough guy. Come meet him. He's tough. And his practices, man, this guy is everywhere on the field. He's engaged. The defensive line he's over there with, showing hand placement, hopping in, cajoling, encouraging. Gerald Chapman, the defensive line coach, said yesterday it's good when the players can see their head coach watching them during individual drills. That wasn't going on under Billy Napier, who was very myopic about the play calling and the quarterback play, and see where that got him. So this guy's a different guy. He's telling you what he's about. Now, you're right. He's making the podcast circuit like I've never seen before, but that's the new way to communicate, right?
Yes.
I'm a writer in a world where people don't read. People do like to listen. People do like to watch, and that's a good way to get your message out to people.
I'm just going to say this to you. It's like I'm a jaded ex-girlfriend after a while. I've been hurt too many times. I've been here so long. I went through Muschamp, Mullen, McElwain, Napier. What you said about these investors, I have to see them win football games. I don't care if you bring in Spurrier and Urban. I don't care. I don't. You have to go win on the field, and then I'll give you my thoughts. That's how I'm feeling now with this. And I like him. I respect him. He's got to go win games. Say whatever you want. I got to see it at the Swamp this fall. I'm sorry. That's how I feel.
What's chicken egg? I mean, can you win without the backing? And I agree with you. Look, dude, if I was worth tens of millions of dollars or hundreds of millions in the case of some of these boosters, billions at some of these schools, Todd Graves, Raging Cajuns, guy's worth $22 billion. He's a big LSU donor. I mean, he probably wouldn't even notice peeling off $25 million a year. I mean, his index fund's going to generate that every year. I mean, he's probably got like more money than he even spend, and he has more money than he even spend. But would I give $1 of that to college football or anybody? No, but that's me. And maybe people listening are like, oh, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Well, man, I think there are bigger things and more important things if you want to really give money and like change the world. But it's your money. You can spend it wherever you want. And these guys want their football programs to win. I don't understand the mentality, but it's there. And you got to tap into that to have any chance to win big, because that's the game now. I'm not saying, it's like, if you don't like the game, then don't play it. If you're playing the game, you got to play it. And that's the game.
Can that be a t-shirt? That was fantastic. I like
it was a little long-winded, but don't hate. What is it? Omar said on The Wire, don't hate the player, hate the game. That's what it is. So, but it's the truth.
It is the truth. And you're absolutely right.
And you got to make a leap of faith with this guy. If you want Florida football to win, you have the money and the inclination, which I wouldn't personally, to give massive amounts of money to 18 to 22-year-olds, and so they can have luxury automobiles and live in $3,000 a month apartments and live ways that very few in society anywhere in this world live. That's what these young men live like now. They are like very well affluent at age 19 in some cases. So, hey, they're talented. They work their tails off. We talked to Aaron Childs yesterday. This kid gets up like 4:30 in the morning, linebacker, 4:30 in the morning. He doesn't eat sugar. He eats clean, doesn't even eat bacon. I mean, he's talking about how he's changed. I mean, I'm looking at him. He is cut. He was 244 last year and thick. He is ripped up at 238. He's incredible. He's probably NFL caliber talent. We'll see if we can put it all together. I mean, he's 6'3", 238 and can run, cover. But the discipline to maximize who he is. Vernell Brown III, the receiver, is just a film junkie. These kids work hard at it, and they have talent on top of it. You can't have one without the other, right? You can study your ass off without talent. You can't succeed. You can have tons of talent and not study. You probably won't. So you got to dedicate your life to this, and they do. And they're being compensated nicely for it. I don't begrudge them. I'm just saying that's the system now. And if you want your program to win, you got to accept the system and the cost of it.
Edgar Thompson, Orlando Sentinel. I know you're busy, so thanks for jumping on with me to give the latest update, and hope I can get you on again during March Madness. All right?
Yeah, please have me on. Sorry, I made it hard for you to get me, man.